Make we come together, defend our votes. PVC registration don start oh. Yes, go register for your PVC. As me, a first-time voter, I don go register oh. Our vote na our vote. Remember, it is better having and not needing than needing and not having. Get your PVC. Hey.
It's better to be having and not leading than to be leading and not having. I have no idea, seriously, what that means, right? But like I said, if you have seen them in 2023, if you experienced them in 2022 and 2023, and somehow your memory is no longer that sharp anymore, they have fed you with enough propaganda enough to make you think this is not a political existential threat to the political establishment. Well, I just gave you the news. They are in their millions. You see all those Obi appearing in their schools. So many of them, Obi has been appearing in their schools since they were probably 7, 8 years old, since their primary, secondary schools. They will tell you that, oh, it was still, Now, most of them are now turning 18, according to their data, which in itself is another story entirely when it comes to their election rigging. Now, let's leave that part and go check something out. A few days ago, I saw a clip. Yeah, I saw a clip of someone complaining about a farmer that was killed in Delta State by the Fulani terrorists and other people that got injured as well. They said they killed the farmer, they killed his farm help, right, in that community. Then yesterday, a CCTV footage, which means, the camera that was like the security cameras in the farm, captured that moment when these attackers came and stabbed the farm owner. It's a bit far off. And that has gotten a lot of people, again, talking. Like, you return to Nigeria with God knows how much money you have raised for years of your hard work abroad. And you decided to go and start a farm, right? And right there on your farm, you got attacked and you got killed on your farm. Not like you had any fight with anybody. They came into your farm purposely to get rid of you. So viewers' discretion is advised. And the picture is a bit far off from the camera. It was captured like this. It's actually ideal to stop it. I think the message is passed. There's no point in watching everything. So the victim, and mind you, the farm is actually a poultry. Okay, sorry, one sec. So the farm is a poultry, and it was attacked right there on his farm, and his name is Mr. Ayo Abunuke, and the community is Jesse. So if I pronounce that right. So that was 3 days ago. Yeah, that was 3 days ago. And that was the video coming out just yesterday. Among, or should I count him as among the latest victims? Yesterday's survivors are today's victims. Today's survivors are tomorrow's victims. And on like that, we are all just awaiting victims of that contraption, you know. And I hope his killers are caught, because that's what I always kind of like hope for. So I hope, the perpetrators are caught and brought to justice, and the person or the persons won't just die in vain. Unfortunately, their killers will go on and kill others, and me, and again, because they are terrorists. Why would anybody want to kill somebody on his farm? To rob him or take over the farm or war? Okay. And that is the Nigeria that you have. However, there is this guy, Ayobami. His name is Ayobami. He's one of the APC, Egbekegbe's, Buhari idiot of that era. And for 8 years, he was completely ignored. Then Kalu came. He happened to be one of those who have called out Kalu as a drug dealer, as a thief, treasury, other names that most of them have called Kalu. Many names I have called him. All these names I'm calling him right now. So just imagine, like, in another 5 years, now I am the special advisor to Kalu on social media. Sure, you understand? And everybody will begin to say, pull out my videos. I say, well, and so. That was then. I didn't know then. Now I know better. Bury my shame and all of that stuff, and that's who this Ayobami is. But he's finally rewarded. They made him one of the Nigeria Medical something board member. And to him, everything is fine. Right? Listen to this.
There. So a lot of good has happened. The problem is people decide to focus on the negative because it suits their narrative.
Yeah, so because you're an economist, so I'll take you to your top. The fundamentals are the issues. And you know that in economics, the baselines are very important.
Very, very.
When the fundamentals are messed up, no matter what you do, down the line, you're just going to be struggling.
Yeah.
And I'd like to ask you, if you are to move into a new house, would you just move your things in? Would you clean it first? Would you maybe repaint it so that when you move your things in, you will settle it?
It will depend on the condition of the house.
That's the question. Yeah. So the condition of Nigeria when this president took over, one will imagine that he knows, because it's an APC government and an APC government. And when those policies, just a moment, and when those policies were made under this government, and those are the policies that threw the nation into this mess, into this economic crisis, and those figures have not gotten back to what it was before this government came back. Fantastic policies that we have seen in several areas. No denying, this country is for all of us. If this government makes a good decision, we will say it. If there are bad decisions that are being made, we will say it. But the question here, the fundamental, the baselines are faulty.
No, they are not.
Oh, but they are problematic.
You just said something yourself.
But they are problematic.
No, you just said something yourself. You said good policies. Mm-hmm. However, they came with shocks. It's the shock that became what we all started making noise about. The president threw the nation into a shock. The president did not throw the nation.
Because he made the policy.
I just explained something to you. There was no choice. Okay, let me tell you.
There were no ways to plan and
Sean, can you hold on? Can you hold on? When we came in, when this government came in, now I'm in government. Unlike the last time I said I wasn't in government.
You were outside.
When we came in, the honest truth was this. We were borrowing to pay for subsidy. We were having crisis during the election. You remember just shortly before the election, there was such huge crisis. Fuel subsidy, fuel queues were everywhere. People couldn't buy fuel. There was even cash crisis that people had to be buying their own naira. You were there. We all lived through this situation. So when he came in, the sincere and the honest truth was there was nothing else to do except we go and borrow again to pay more subsidy. And to the glory of God now, you have seen what is going on. Even it will get to a point where they will start doing buy one, get one free in terms of fuel now. Before, the prices went up 1,000 plus when the policy came on. But as we speak today, at least in Abuja, in so many places you can see 890. Let me now. So it tells you that the policy is bearing fruit gradually.
The question here
if you don't do it one day, you will still keep postponing the evil days.
Well, the president asked for the job, so
no, we're not complaining. We're only explaining what happened.
Because
we're not complaining. The man is not complaining.
You people in government will not complain because you are not the one feeling it.
Who told you I'm not?
The Nigerian people.
Do you know how much I earn as
look at your beards. They are looking fresher.
It's always been looking like this, even better than this. It's grayer now because of the stress in government.
Oh yeah, but the question here, you guys asked for the job. You say you can do it. You are better than Atiku. You are better than Peter. You are better than Kwankwaso.
Far better.
But they are saying that you are doing a bad job. Some element and some elite in the north are saying that do not come back to us. All the promises you made, you have failed us. You are so changed enough. And the anger, and I put the figures out. Is Bola Tinubu and the APC able to go back to, for example, the Northwest, where you got 2.652 million votes, the North Central, where you got 1.7 million votes, the South, the Northeast, where you got 1.185 million votes.
We're going to get more in those places.
Really?
See, forget when elites talk, because elites are asking for something. It's a negotiation tactics for them. What you should ask yourself is, what are the people saying? The video that broke out last week was not in Obidients or in Lagos. It was in Sokoto, where the children, I say children because they're no longer children, they are grown men and young men and women who got their nail fund paid. Their school fees were paid and their pocket money was paid. Those are the real people. Those are the real human beings. Recently, another one, I think in Bauchi or so, students came out thanking Bola Tinubu for paying their fees. Now, the honest truth is, the policy that Nigerians are refusing to be told about by journalists, I'm not talking about you, who have decided that the only thing they are going to complain is hunger, they will not see the good part. The good part is that the people who need to be touched by some of our policies are being touched. As I speak to you today, it has not been done anywhere in Nigeria where the government say whether you are poor or you are rich, you must go to school, we will make sure you go to school. This is happening today.
I'm very sure
now,
that
when we talk about...
You understand the dynamics of politics. When people don't directly, and the leaders of, and you know what the North looks like politically.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
You know why? It's like listening to the same thing again and again, and still couldn't make any sense out of what they are saying. Tinubu gives them student loan. I've actually had people in this country who have said that to me too. They're saying that, oh, you know what? I didn't like him. I didn't support him. But some of his policies are now, they are good policies. I was like, can you give me those policies? Like subsidy now, removed and all that. And I was like, replaced with what? He couldn't really give me anything. To him, he's just repeating what the likes of this mofo have been told to go and tell people. So they removed subsidy for you, and then they replaced it with what? Their own subsidy. A nail fund, student loan. If did you not see the video of students there celebrating, why won't they celebrate? When the same criminal government of Tinubu came in, removed education subsidy that could allow a very poor man child to go to a federal university. There was a policy in place that someone who is from a very poor home is going to Unilag, paying 1,500 to 2,500 naira as his school fees in Unilag, a federal university. Maybe you should go and ask them now, what is the tuition in Unilag? And then they will tell you, oh yeah, but if nobody is going to pay for it. You know what I mean now? Like, they had a system that was working. Tinubu came, removed all of them in the name of Nigeria has no money. But the same them, you're watching them filtering away trillions of naira, trillions. There's a report that Tinubu and his wife, in the last 2.5 years, nearly 2.5 years now, in the last 2 years, all right, they have spent, both of them, they have spent over 300 billion naira in total on foreign trips. Tinubu alone has spent, personally has spent over 200 billion naira in 2 years on foreign trips. And do you know something? He attracted zero investment. What you have in Nigeria right now is called hot money. Okay? When you see them talk about, and hey, God, my God, I'm not an economist though, but if somebody like me tells you that whatever you are saying right now under these rogues, it's just going to be a child's play because it is easily predictable. And the talking point, they are telling you, oh, remove subsidy. If not, he removed this or that. Replaced it with what? Your economy received the shockest of the shock. Your economy is in complete recession, but they have a World Bank projection that says your economy is growing by 3-point-something%. 3-point-something on what? 3-point-something of what? Production, improved electricity, improved production, reduced importation, or what? Your naira is in tata. So they are cooking figures left, right, and center. And people are saying, hang on, if all these figures are good, it should reflect in the lives of the people. People should be able to create jobs enough that people will begin to say, oh, it is now showing up. But they are telling you that it will begin to show in your pocket. It won't. You don't get it. People are not bringing in money that will last in Nigeria. They are coming to Nigeria to give your government loans through bonds. Free, they call it hot money. Your banks are declaring profit, trillions of naira profit, and they are not making the profit from manufacturing sector. Where are they making it from? By cutting charges on people who are transferring money, making, all these money launderers and the rest of them. Hot money. I actually got to know about the word hot money. They call them fraud money. That's what you have in Nigeria. Economists in the house right now probably should understand what I am saying. When you can say, oh, you have invested in the last 2 years, Tinubu's regime has invested $2 billion on power, or $5 billion on power. And right now, I just remember something, right? So I heard that Nigeria's power generates, the combination of all of Nigeria's power generating plants, right? If they are all working in full capacity, they are a total of 13,400 and something megawatts. 13,400 megawatts if they are working in full capacity. Today, Nigeria's electricity generating plants all over the country, they are generating 4,500 megawatts right now. Country of 200 million people. And out of that 4,800 megawatts being generated, they are struggling to evacuate, distribute successfully 4,000 megawatts. They are struggling. It's not that they regularly generate that too. But if they come and tell you that, we've invested 5 billion, we took a loan. But these guys took $3.3 billion loan to defend Nigeria Naira. These rogues, they use the crude oil in Niger Delta as collateral. $3.3 billion loan to defend Nigeria Naira so that it won't keep going, like it will become 5,000 naira to $1. And then they were telling their people that the reason why Nigeria Naira is floating is because they stopped defending it. They will tell you they are defending it now. Then the next day will say, no, we are not defending it, it's floating. They're deliberate. Now, imagine if they invested $5 billion in 2 years. Then everybody can say, by the time they finish the project, they will successfully, not only that they will generate more than 20,000 megawatts, they will successfully evacuate 15,000 and load it inside the national grid, which will boost manufacturing sector. And at the same time, Tinubu has given the Bank of Industry 150 billion. That's all they know. The policy of but at the end of the day, Shengbang will not be effective on your manufacturing sector. Then your banking sector, they are declaring profit, trillions and trillions of naira. Kiniko made 1.4 trillion this year. From what? If your economy, if your banks are not declaring profit based on the repaid loans by your manufacturing sector, do you get what I mean now? Meaning your banks are those who are funding your manufacturing sector. Each manufacturing sector, for instance, so let's say your banks gave out 5 trillion naira or 10 trillion naira loans to your manufacturing sector. And from that 10 trillion naira loan, a year, they made a profit of 2 trillion, 1 trillion. It is relatable. It simply means that you have an existing economy, meaning there is a 10 trillion naira in that economy that is there running the engine of the country, manufacturing, creating jobs, services and the rest of that. That is how country works. For Nigerian banks, they will ask you to go and bring, the virginity certificate of your great grandma. And it must be stamped, it must be well stamped with an 1801 stamp. Conditions before they will give you 1 million naira loan. And yet they will, every year, they will tell you, oh yeah, we have a profit of 1.2 trillion. Hot money. Everybody look around, you see tall buildings and all of that. You kind of like, what are they doing inside here? So if you're running a country that people who lives in that country can't really actually feel it, and you're telling that they will feel it later, it's going to be later. Now, fraud though, people that you should be calling the Bajue, the APC, Ebekebe. Yeah, here is a young man in a booming economy. He actually did a calculation of how much he spent going to school. 10 million naira. And it's been 10 years or so. So now that he's been looking for a job. He's been jobless afterward.
Today, I make a 1 year. When me, I graduate from Bangkok University. 1 year, 1 year, like 1 year. Because why I spend over 10 million naira go learn for that school. I don't even see job where you go pay me 100,000 for that certificate. Person just go school, stop doing one very useless course. This thing I'm saying, some people will not accept the fact, but that's the truth. I know you just go to school, get a degree, but now can degree fend for you? Can you get a job without that? The only people who get future for this country are people who study maybe accounting, banking and finance, people in the medical field, nursing, med lab, medicine and surgery, people who study law, people who study tech courses. You see all these people who study public administration, political science, international law and diplomacy, English, history. Somebody go school, go study food and nutrition. Jesus Christ. You go open shop, you go they sell cake and chin chin. They sell pomo. I don't think. I never even see job opening before. I never see job opening where we say the person say I need a graduate of political science or public administration. I never see them before. I never see job opening where we say the person writes I need a graduate of history. I never see them before. My G. Person go school each semester like this 1.7 million. Second semester 1.2 million. Like close to 2.7 per section. You pay on 4 good years. Some of us do summer. Graduate certificate days. I don't even know where my certificate day. Like the people I say they with my mama. I be there Anambra. I don't even know. Come out. Thank God for person who advised me for church. Say, go and look for a course and take another degree, 1 year degree. If not, my life was spoiled. If I don't hear, I'll be a robber. I'll take when you don't even get what I won't tell you. If you see me for EFCC page, just view, pass, comment and like, just because wait see. See 1 year now, see where I live by yes, sir. Deserve. Okay. I just tell you now so that when time if I commit crime, you know who can't judge me. Say I'm now, say I dey wait for God's time. Nothing's up now. Power.
That reminds me of a friend, you know, back then in when I was still in Nigeria, and you know, we're having a chat around how, like, we're young. I mean, life gone by me. Go Nigeria will kind of make you grow